he's pretty certain he's got some faults.
He just talked to me. He said he told me he thinks he's done.
Okay.
So maybe he thinks he's playing me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So, but yeah. But from earlier, what I was trying to say is that Zach said that Bruno is like, you know how he has tunnel vision.
No way.
Yes, Bruno has tunnel vision.
I can't believe this sink is still open.
When do you think they're gonna fix that middle one?
Never.
Never? Over under? Never?
Gross now.
Yeah, it is.
Look at it. People have been doing their toothpaste then just.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is pretty gross. It hasn't been running. Yeah, not a bad idea. Although I don't know if that's gonna do. Yeah, it'll help, I guess.
A little bit.
You're sweet. So you feel good, right, Zachy?
What's that?
You still feel good?
I think we're okay.
No one's pissed?
What?
No one's pissed?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think to a stupid extent.
As long as you feel
Okay.
good. Yeah, as long as you feel good.
I mean, yeah. There's nothing else I can really do now. You can't really please everyone. You're trying to.
No, I
everyone's
know,
throwing
but
shit
as
in
long
your
as they
face.
don't,
Yeah.
they're not super questionable.
Oh, you okay?
They're not
no,
just
in
like
your
all
face
over
there.
you. Or,
No, nobody is. I think everyone's.
I guess you kind of told them before what was going to happen.
Yeah.
God, that was quite the speech.
But if next week goes according to plan, everyone's gonna go in for Cindy,
Exactly.
and then that gives us another week.
Yep. And yeah, we just keep plugging away. We're 11 now. There'll be a double next week for sure. There has to be a double.
You think on Wednesday it'll be
Not this week, but there has to be
the,
after
the
that.
following one? Yeah. I'm thinking Canada, then double, or double
I
then
don't know
Canada. Some combo.
I don't know what necessarily works in these heads. Like nom-wise, I don't know anybody who knows that. Yeah.
Or whose head?
Cindy's. Just nom-wise.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We barely even talk game.
What do you? Yeah. Okay. So you're not really hinting at anything.
I'm sure I could find out, but I haven't really questioned her. I just said
I want to try, but at the same time, I can't be seen with her.
no.
So
No, don't.
every
'cause-
time she comes
Yeah.
in a room, I just leave.
Yeah.
But
No.
she's trying to like talk to me.
Yeah, I see.
All I told her is to stay close to you.
Mhm. Yeah, she's tried a few. I think she wants to talk game with me, but I just based on what she was doing here last time, like, not smart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I told her in confidence, and I was like, "Hey, you're going." I said, "Don't tell anyone," but I said, "I'm voting you out, and you're going home." And she's like, "Oh, okay."
What's
and before she left last time.
Right.
And then she went around at like Willow and like 5 other people. I was like, "Hey, I have this person say, I have this number, this number, this number." But like campaigning last second, I said, "Cindy, I just said you're going home. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, I'm sorry. I don't blame
She's
you."
a
I guess.
firecracker.
She's a fighter. No, it's good for her, but
And she's a firecracker too,
Yeah.
though. So she'll dig her own grave that way.
mhm.
Like we'll see. Like yeah, we just have to see what works next week.
What's that?
We just have to see what happens next week.
Yeah, and
if
just
you can-
reevaluate.
It's good for us that you can play both sides. I realize that they really trust you, and that's good.
Yeah. Well, and they're not focused on this side at all right now.
right now it's just Cindy.
Focus on Cindy.
Yeah.
I hope.
So
Yeah, it all depends on who wins next week. Anything can happen.
yeah, Cindy could win a POV
She could
next
win it.
week.
Yeah, she could win a POV, and then it's like, okay. Now what?
It's just the HOH is going to feel responsible.
For Cindy.
Well, like, say during a POV, like the HOH is the one that feels like the heat. You know, you feel like you take the heat, even though the house wants it.
Mm-hmm.
Person that wins HOH and does it next week is the one that takes the heat if she pulls herself off, right? Like you always expose yourself a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But you're right about this week, and I'm sorry. I didn't realize, and don't take this the wrong way because I trust you.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how close you were to Bobby and Bruno, but that's good.
Yeah,
And
like
I know that.
they are like close to me, but no, and we've talked about this many times, that I can't run deep with them in this game.
Yeah, exactly. And I know you know
And,
that. I
and
know
I'm
you're smart.
like, as much as they're not aware of it, and they're ready to final 5, keep pushing, or 4, whatever, I know that I can't beat them. Just, it's stupid going in down with them.
Exactly. And
So I know there's a time too.
And I just
12
freaked
is
out a
just
little because I know, like, I just wish. I mean, I guess you guys did tell me so that much in so many words, you know.
Yeah. No, don't worry about it. I know it. It's just 12 is just it was just a bit early, and like
I
I
know.
fucking, if I would have.
I know.
I wish I had thought it through, putting you up on the block a little like, better after that thing, and been like, hey, fuck it, let's just throw a different pawn up. You know what I mean? Because
like, who, though?
at that point I was like, hey, you know what, I'm gonna do this. So it's not gonna matter. And then Cindy came in, and I was just like, and those guys kind of rallied with me, and hey, let's fucking or whatever. I just thought, fuck, you know, like it's just right now I don't know, but I don't. You know, whatever.
I know. It's a paranoid game, obviously. So
Yeah.
it makes you feel like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, and that's like the shitty thing is
But
like
you've always
is
been
using
honest.
like obviously I hate like with JP because you guys know like if you have an HOH you're like, oh Zach, can I put you up as a pawn? I'm be like, fuck no.
But it's a little different too.
So-
We know that, and we knew from the start, like.
Well, just so you know, when I
You were
went HOH,
okay
you're
with it.
going up as a pawn.
Yeah.
So it's completely
But-
it's completely different.
in like now leaving the situation with God
Yeah.
leaves, I'm happy that whoever didn't throw up as a pawn wins next week. They're not coming after me. Like, that's
Exactly.
where it helped. But
Yeah, you got
it's a risk. It's a risk reward
Yeah.
situation. You don't like to have to use it.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when there's 12 people left in the game. There's
sure.
a lot to pick from. Like, should have done Peely. Should have done Peely. Because nobody would have voted her out. I would have just talked to her and been like, hey,
But you were
whatever.
comfortable with it,
Not
yeah.
100%.
He's got to try.
So,
No, it'll be fine, especially after that speech. Oh my God, right? So,
yeah, no. It's
yeah.
we're going to win more comps. Like, there's still so much game left. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so much game left. Fucking, like we were saying, there's 4
I
people
know,
gone
it's
right now.
fucked. And that's another reason why it's just
Yeah.
scary and easy to get paranoid, because
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
started with 17, and we're 35. We're halfway done. We'll be almost halfway done
Yeah.
on Wednesday, and we still have 11 people here.
I just want you guys to know that you can trust me.
Yeah.
Like, even though I'm a loudmouth and I am opinionated and I might freak out and stuff.
Well, and same with me. And same with me.
100%.
And like I said, like if you get in a competition, if we get in competitions where like we're good to keep disguising that we're working together, people don't have any clue that
Oh, no.
we're working together.
No,
Let's
especially
continue to
now,
keep it
like-
hidden because that's valuable to stretch out and have the corners of the house. Where I have, you know, you're in close with kind of Kev in that circle. You and Kev, you know, you got B and that's like, and Willow's kind of just bouncing in between all 3 of us, telling all of us different shit.
It's so fucked
All
up.
of us different shit.
Yeah, which is fucked up.
So-
It's
She was
annoying
saying
as hell.
more shit about you today.
To me?
Yeah, about you.
What was she saying?
About, like, everybody's mad at you for telling Cindy stuff.
Nobody is mad at you at all.
I know. No one
Who's
is.
mad at me?
No one. She's trying to stir the pot.
Okay. I want to fucking approach her and be like, yo, stop talking shit. I'm not
Sorry,
going
I
to.
shouldn't have done that.
I'm not going to.
I
but
don't
it's so
understand
annoying.
why she does it.
Why?
There's no purpose in what she's doing. She goes up to other people and just purposely she thinks that for some reason they want to talk shit. So she'll be like, she'll go up to you and be like, hey, I think these couples are working together. We are these couples. And then she'll come to me and be like, oh, I think this is happening. And then she'll come to you like,
It's because she's fishing for. She's like goading you to say something about someone so she can go to them and tell them. Like she did it with me about Bobby yesterday. She just came up to me and was like, I know you're going after Bobby.
I don't get why she does this. Seriously, I don't tell her a fucking thing anymore.
No, I don't either.
I don't tell her a thing anymore. Like nothing. Because I cannot trust her.
Mm-hmm.
Can't trust her.
Did she mention names? Who's mad at me?
No, because no one is.
Because nobody's mad at you. Bobby,
I,
Bruno,
so I
and
shouldn't
myself
have even
talked.
told you because I don't want you to get paranoid. 'cause
Bobby,
everything's
Bruno, and
good.
myself talked about it today.
You did?
And Bruno was like,
Oh, you told Did you tell Bruno?
no, because you told Bobby.
Yeah.
And then Bobby, Bobby told Bruno today. I
Oh,
was
Bobby
like-
told Bruno,
I was
okay,
like,
good.
oh, hey, like JP told,
Bobby. Yeah.
what's her name? And then he's like,
Good.
but he's still on board here, whatever. And Bruno was like, okay, perfect. And then Bruno was like, well, at least he knows he can't trust her now. And I was like, exactly. I was like, I think that was one of the reasons he kind of did, was to see if she's worthy.
Mm-hmm.
And she spit it out right away,
And
so
I
he
played
knows
it
that.
off like-
And Bruno was just like, perfect, let's get rid of her. He didn't even think about you.
Yeah.
Didn't even cross his mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I still want to go around to people and just be like, hey, just so you know, I told Cindy this. I was an idiot. She manipulated me.
I know, don't say that.
I don't
Don't say
think you
that.
need to do
Because
that.
right now, people are looking at it as if, like, it was no big thing.
Yeah,
Just
it's
the
a
same way-
non-issue
It's
right
a
now.
non-issue.
A non-issue. It
But
hasn't even
you'll
come
make
up.
it into an issue. Yeah.
Okay, so don't do
I
that.
don't even think you need to.
Okay.
Because if you talk about it, it'll seem like you're worried and you're paranoid, and then
Okay.
people see it as, then it
was
might
a
be.
serious thing. I played it off like, well, yeah, like he said as if like the same way we all said we weren't going to tell this anybody who came in anything, blah blah blah, and then everybody sat down and told her every little thing. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, and they were like, yeah, everybody said something to her,
Mhm.
right? So it's like that,
Okay.
Yeah.
and like that is obviously something that people, it's just obvious that we would do, you know. It means nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
I
what-
just,
how
that's
does
just-
that give her any
Why?
leverage?
I just don't get like why is Willow out to get me? Like why is she out to get you?
She's
Like I
every
said.
single person in this game. I've heard her say stuff about every single person. She's the first person to sit in my bed last night and be like, Zach, I'll never put you up. She put her hand up, I'll never put you up.
And she comes up to me. and
Guess
says,
what? She said that to you. She said that to you.
I'm coming.
She's gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to poop. And then there was an audience in there.
She's a rat day.
Oh, 100% rat. Biggest rat in this house. Need to be exterminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, should we get rid of her sooner than later now? She's
I
a
don't-
liability to have
She
in your
doesn't
house.
mind because she can blow you up. She can say, who knows what she's gonna say? Like, for me, I think, I don't know. I think we can easily spin it for somebody to put her up as a pawn or something like that, and just get rid of her. Just get rid of her because she's a nuisance. She's a thorn in my side. I can't. She's a thorn in your
That's what
side.
happens when you sit and you rat around for the whole game.
Exactly. It's so annoying. And it's like unnecessary. Fine. Like you and I are playing the middle, but there's a difference. We don't go and talk shit about every person, everybody else. No, we don't.
We talk shit about people to each other.
Exactly.
The people we're working with, we don't go up to them and talk shit about the other people because then it crosses
And
over.
they compare notes.
And we
And
look
it's
around
like,
in the middle.
exactly. That's a joke.
I don't get what she's doing. I don't get it. Sometimes like I hear the shit that she's saying, and I'm just like, why? What
So annoying.
value does that bring to your game?
Zero. Zero. Yeah. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, I can't. Every time I'm like G now. Every time I look at her, I'm like, you're so annoying. I can't deal with you anymore.
Yeah.
Like I jokingly to
Just
her.
like when she comes up to you and says like, "Can I get rid of these couples?" Technically, she's the chop shop with me and Ash.
Exactly.
No?
Exactly. It makes no sense.
And she's talking shit about Bobby to Sarah.
Yeah. Bobby's in the chop shop. Then she's in the chop shop. She's talking shit about Sarah. Or she's talking shit about me.
100%.
It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then she's like saying to Sarah, like, oh,
Okay, is Sarah actually okay though? Is she
she's 100% fine. Don't worry. To calm her down. She's good. She was a little bit nervous, but today she had a bit of a rough day. I think I don't know. I think after the Bruno found out about the Godfrey thing that thinking it was Sarah that got that in Godfrey's ear. I think Bruno like was avoiding her or something, and Bobby maybe.
Sarah found out about that?
No, she didn't find out about that, but she said, I think she was like, oh, no one's talking to me. She's like, what's happening? What's going on? I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're safe. You're fine. She was paranoid that, like, I don't know, that you wanted to go after her or something. I said, no. I said, you're fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's okay. She's 100% loyal. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Okay, good. She'll be, Sarah will do whatever we go with for the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then we'll reassess from there.
But are we gonna pick her off or what the fuck are we gonna do with her?
Again, she's so weak in the comms. I kind of want to keep her around. Because any the same time, I mean, for like,
And we
for
really
you,
pick up the pieces.
yeah, for your game, it makes more like, yeah, that works because if you look at it, it's Kevin and Sarah versus Bobby and Bruno are most likely, you know, they're gonna win. They're Bobby and Bruno are gonna kick their ass, but then all of a sudden, I'm on an island by myself. So
No, you're not by yourself.
I'll say,
100% way more.
I know, I have you, but at the same time,
Let's assume Kevin and Sarah at least take one of them out.
yeah,
Like, if they went 1-for-1, that'd be fucking gold.
Yeah.
Like, we could just come in, scoot, and pick up their ass.
yeah, that's true. I just really don't want to. I don't want to lose Kev.
I know.
So, but you know what? We gotta do what's best for our game. I'll go Newport, and we just gotta just watch the HOH. I'm gonna chuck it this week, and then because I have no reason to win, and also I don't want to be the one that puts Cindy out. Because Cindy will cut my balls off if I do that. So,
Yeah. That's where. So then the week after that.
yeah, and then we can go from there.
If I win that one, who do I go after?
What's that?
If I win that one, who do I go after?
Well, you know who I want you to go after, but you don't want to. You can go after Willow. That would be an easy one.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, we could reassess at that point.
yeah, exactly. But
At that point, I could backstab them, get Sarah really close.
Yeah.
But I also was saying, in the mix of this, I mean, if Peely won one and got rid of one of those two guys, that'd be cool. Or if Ashley won one, got rid of B. I mean, it's just one more fucking number out of the house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, say Ashley throws a week in there and gets rid of B.
Exactly.
Gold, you know? 100%. And Ashley gets in there, tries to get rid of B. B wins a veto or some bullshit. You get Willow.
Gold. 100%.
So like before this 4-person tee off, that's bound to happen.
Yeah.
If there's a couple intermittent weeks,
It's okay.
Cindy, B, Willow. But let's let that shit happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we'll just sit back, win vetoes, and keep the knobs the same
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like,
Absolutely.
hey, Ashley wants an 100%. Yes to the HOH, you know?
Yeah. No, I
So,
see.
because those types of weeks are nice because it's just like, okay, let's leave the big
Yeah.
battle later because that's inevitable.
Exactly.
Like,
and if it's Ashley or Peely winning, we know 100% we're not going anywhere. Nothing funny's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And you don't get blown in your hands. I don't get blown in my hands.
And if B doesn't want to do like one of the targets, we could swing B to do one of the like a winner.
100%. But you know what? If B wins though, guess you know who she's putting out?
Bobby, right? Wait, if B
No.
wins?
Yeah. She's gonna put up she'll probably put up Ashley because she
Yeah.
hates her.
Yeah, I know that.
Probably Ashley Peely.
I know that.
Wouldn't shock me if that's what she puts out.
Yeah.
But then she probably, from there, she probably try and backdoor Bobby, or we can convince her to backdoor Willow at that point too.
Yeah. What if? Fuck, that almost scares me a little bit about B.
Yeah. So, but you know what?
Like, if I won one, should I take a swing at B?
No, it's a waste. And she's right now. She loves the
She went for me.
She loves you. She doesn't love those two. And she loves you. And she loves Kev. She loves me. She doesn't like Cindy. She doesn't like Bailey. She doesn't like Ashley.
She doesn't really like Willow either, I don't think.
No,
Kind of, but she probably thinks he's annoying.
No. Oh, 100%. Everybody thinks Willow's annoying, and everyone can read that Willow's a rat.
Yeah.
So we
If
can
there's
say
anything somebody wants to expose her at all, she's done.
Oh,
She'll be exposed to
as soon
like
as she's on the block, she's gonna walk. She even said today, she was like joking, like, oh, I'd start crying. She actually would do that, and she'd break down, and her entire game would be exposed. She'd blow up her own game, and she'd be done.
Yeah.
She'd be done.
She'd be nice to get out on a double just to get her out the door and not have to deal with her while she's on the
Crying
ball.
all week, and be so fucking annoying. Talking shit about me and you all week.
Yeah, and exposing everything in a double, she wouldn't even have time.
That would be perfect.
Godfrey, please go to the
Wouldn't it?
delivery room.
Wouldn't it be so perfect?
Oh, so good. So good. Because, yeah, her on the block would suck. So annoying. She'd almost be better at backdoor.
Seriously.
And then just hide the HOH like Ronnie did in season 11. Just never leave. Just like barricade the door.
Her game is coming out. Very rat-a-tat-tat-tat, Ron.
Yeah.
Is essentially what it is.
Yeah, 100%.
And like every extent.
Yeah, for sure.